Hallöchen und willkommen zurück zu 3 Minutes to Midnight mit Eliza Barrett. Sind wir unterwegs da? Ja. Jetzt haben wir einen Charakterwechsel durchlebt. Ist schon vor gewisser Zeit und jetzt dann sieht das Ganze so aus. Wir haben den Bauplan, wir haben das Flugblatt und den Flugsatz. Ja. Wir begeben uns in die freie Natur. Okay, der Feuerwehrmann hat sich verzogen.
Maybe if I put it in terms of a presidential race. Eliza Barrett, will you be my running mate until the end of time? Lincoln, you are about as romantic as a dirty shoelace. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Overthinking what, exactly?
Eliza, what are you doing here?
I live here, remember? Are you feeling all right?
No, I mean, yes. I gotta see this through.
See what through?
Eliza Barrett, will you please be my co-pilot for as long as we...
Lincoln, we have been over this. I am not changing careers.
Not what I meant. I want to walk you down the...
Lincoln, it is far too late for walks, and I am tired.
Okay, fine, I get it. Look, I literally got a jet. Lapidus made the mistake of eating lunch at Mike's, again. So, now we're down a pilot.
Wait, I thought you were staying the night.
Don't worry, I'll be back in the morning before you even wake up.
I really do not like the idea of you flying at night.
Relax, honey. It's a routine flight, done it a million times. What could possibly go wrong?
Have a safe trip, okay?
I will. I promise.
Kein Abschiedsküsschen. Okay. Da ist nicht mehr offen, die Kirche. Okay, gehen wir mal da rein.
I have socialized enough for one day.
Ich würde trotzdem noch gern. Ah.
Well, if it isn't Mayor Barrett, you must be happy now, aren't you?
I am, but I do not understand your little comment.
Amos took my baby girl.
I was not aware you were a parent. Congratulations on the blessed event.
What? No! My guitar, my precious Gibson Electric Blue. And don't act innocent. This has your claw marks all over it.
I had nothing to do with that. Perhaps if you emitted fewer misophonic screeches.
First, you close KGFL. Now, the sheriff illegally seizes my property, making it impossible for me to work.
Yes, Mr. Huckleberry, but look at the bright side. You have so much time now to find a quieter, more productive hobby.
I'll never give up on my dreams. I'm gonna revolutionize music one day. You'll see. You'll all see.
Ich kann auf ihre Stimme zählen, ja.
I can count on your vote, right?
Well, I would.
Why do I feel like there is a but coming?
But you've broken a lot of campaign promises.
Mr. Huckleberry, I can assure you there is absolutely no connection between the promises I have made and their alleged failure to uphold themselves.
Do you even feel bad at all for the people who lost their jobs after you shut down KGFL?
Ultimately, the failure of the KGFL was a direct result of poor administration. Town Hall cannot be faulted for allocating its budget to higher priority projects.
Yeah, tell that to my buddies Walter and Frankie. They had to seek work in Corona, Miss Mayor. Corona!
Oh dear, those poor people. May Washington himself have mercy upon their souls.
So, in good conscience, I can't vote for you. Hope you understand. Well, unless...
Unless what?
Unless you help me record my first album. If you do that, you'll get my vote. Deal?
I have no choice but to accept.
Oh, okay. Das Tor.
How exactly are we going to record your album?
We just need to
Plötzlich
follow my
Schlagzeug.
4 steps to Rockin' Glory Guide.
Oh, please do enlighten me.
It's easy. First, we need to get my guitar back. Second, we need to find some kind of recording device.
This seems reasonable so far.
Okay, the third step is to get a tape to put in the recording device, so don't forget that. The final and most important step is to mail that baby to my record company.
This seems straightforward enough.
Ja,
I may
komplett.
require further details later on, however.
Oh.
Why is that instrument so special to you?
Since the day my pal Harry Russ brought her to me, she's been my baby girl. She means everything to me. She's my world, my life, my soul.
Do you not think it is time to live a more conventional life? A real job, a house, maybe even a partner and child?
Oh yeah? And how did that turn out for you?
Oh.
Touché, Mr. Huckleberry, touché. Without your guitar, you have no reason to be hanging around here anymore. Go home, or get a job or something.
I'm on a hunger strike. I'm not moving until I get my baby back.
Well, congratulations on your new lifestyle. Regardless, if you are still here by 6 a.m., you will receive a parking violation.
I don't give a damn. I'm not moving until justice is served.
We'll see about that when Miss Valentine brings her tow truck.
Gut.
Why do you not simply buy a new guitar? Problem solved.
Monster, demon, devil. How dare you suggest I abandon my baby? What would you do if someone took the most important thing in your life away, huh?
Oh, please. No one could ever take my career from me.
That's not what I meant. Jeez, poor Betty.
I will be on my way now.
Hey, Miss Mayor, one question. Why do you hate music so much?
Fast die Wahrheitssagung mit deiner Autorität zum Schweigen bringen.
My auditory nerves are 2 sizes too small, making it impossible for me to enjoy music.
That's it! You're like the Grinch of music. If you can't enjoy it, you'll make it so no one else can. But has it always been this way?
No, I contracted this condition right after my offspring's birth.
Booyah! Damn right! I'm a natural-born prankster! I've been messing with Mom since my very first breath.
That reminds me. I still have not punished you for that, have I?
You can't ground me if you can't find me!
Die Betty. Oh Gott. Ah, okay, er war doch immer der Sheriff.
Eliza, what a pleasant surprise.
Good day, Amos. Do you have any crimes to report? I do not want any surprises this close to the election.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Ben lost his pet rock, and Mrs. Roberts' cat got stuck in a tree. Again.
Is that really everything?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Then would you care to explain what that is on the wall behind you?
This? It's nothing. Just a collage I've been working on.
A collage of wasted time, maybe. You are working on one of those hard-to-explain cases. Admit it.
Those crafty chipmunks have been quiet for a while, which means they're up to something.
Oh no, not the chipmunks. Anyway, on to more meaningful topics.
Oh God.
I can count on you, right?
Of course you can. Wait, for what exactly?
You will vote for me, correct?
Oh, that. I don't know, Eliza. I feel like it might be time for a change around here.
How interesting you say that, Amos. I was just thinking it might be time our chief of police was a bit younger and faster and...
You know what? Change is overrated. Who needs change anyway?
Glad you came to that conclusion on your own. How has life been treating you lately, Amos?
I guess everything's okay, I guess.
You said, I guess, twice.
Well, the situation lately has been less than ideal. You know, since...
Since Gloria left you, yes. I think you are focusing on the chipmunks to avoid thinking about your real problems.
Oh, wow, you're almost as observant as my big-shot brother-in-law with his fancy FBI job. Solving real cases.
Speaking of your ex-wife,
Wir kriegen mal die Stimme.
I did not know Gloria's brother was in the FBI.
Oh, you never heard of Jackson Ortega? The best of the very best the FBI has to offer. Most closed cases in the history of the FBI, living legend Casanova. Has his own column in the food section of the Washington Lamppost.
I hope you are not considering joining him in the FBI.
Of course not! I can never leave this town. It needs me.
Amos, as much as I value your dedication to this town, do not get too full of yourself. We can handle a few rodents and the occasional cat stuck in a tree on our own. Maybe it is time for you to get over your breakup and move on.
Get over it? Ha! I know she'll come back. She'll realize her mistake and come running straight back into my arms.
Amos, face the facts. She wanted to leave you so badly, she went back to Cuba. Does that not drive home exactly how over your relationship is?
But...
Case closed, Amos. Time to open a new one. Since you asked, let me give you some relationship advice.
I didn't ask.
Joseph, ich würde sagen, so allein zurechtkommen. Okay.
You know what? I will let you figure this out on your own.
Figure what out? Come on, Eliza, don't leave me hanging.
Consider it part of the healing process. Care to explain how you are blowing the budget this month? How many hours of taxpayer-funded work went into constructing this ludicrous monstrosity?
Okay, I'll explain, but get comfy. This is gonna take a while.
Then you had better start immediately.
So, this all began with some abandoned packages in the mail. They were addressed to a Mr. McFurry.
McFurry? There is no one in town by that name.
Exactly. McCord noticed these packages had been lying around unclaimed for a while, so he opened one. Know what he found? Nuts! Regular old shelled nuts, he thought. So he ate a few. Turns out those innocent-looking nuts were coated in hard drugs.
They probably just went bad after sitting around for so long.
Yeah, they went so bad that my deputy thought he was a glass of orange juice for 12 hours. He kept crying, thought someone would try to drink him. Anyway, I contacted my inside guy at the Postal Service. Turns out every one of those packages was sent from the abandoned factory. One night, my postal worker friend calls me. He sounds distressed, wants to meet in person, and won't tell me why. I get to the meeting spot on time, but my contact is already dead. Nothing left but a smear of blood. What I did find was Hamster J. Garrick, right by the bloody patch. I tried to question him, but I can't speak hamster, so I called in my animal communications expert.
Oh, come on. Seriously.
According to her, that rodent had an airtight alibi, so I had to let him go.
Wat was hier, Betty?
When I went back to the scene to investigate, I stumbled across a hidden envelope. You won't believe what I found inside. A letter!
Well, what were you expecting? 20 years worth of retroactive Christmas bonus checks?
I wish, but no. Like I said, it was a note. It was only 3 words long. Follow the nuts. The nuts, Eliza! The nuts! That kind doesn't grow in North America, so I went to ask at customs. Well, that's when I saw it. The huge wooden box. It looked sealed, but it opened easily. There was room for an entire person to fit inside. And then I found it. The first piece of evidence in this entire case. A can of Chef Mikhail's frikadelki. After some investigation, it became apparent that Mikhail Kodok is Mike's 3rd cousin from the USSR.
By Hamilton's thrown-away shot. How big is Michael's family?
That doesn't matter. The important thing is, those chipmunks somehow smuggled a Soviet spy into our country.
Amos, this sounds like absolute hogwash. And even if that is true, it still does not explain your little project here.
Was hat Mao mit all dem zu tun?
How does Mao even fit into all of this?
Well, nothing yet, but I figure if the Russians are involved, the Chinese can't be too far behind.
What does the Black Dahlia have to do with any of this?
After she was murdered, her favorite pet went missing. Her favorite pet chipmunk. They never found her killer, and they've never found her chipmunk. Coincidence? I think not.
I see something named CIA there. What is that?
Oh, that's a new intelligence agency opening in DC next year. I'm not sure exactly why, but it must have something to do with the chipmunk menace.
Yes, I am certain the government opened a top-secret organization just so they could investigate your rodent delusions. Why does it mention earthquakes?
The last seismic event in this county happened at the exact same time a store in Corona was broken into. The thieves made off with a year's supply of nuts. Clearly, they somehow caused the earthquake to cover up their crime.
Of all the silly things you have said today, this is by far the silliest. Can we just skip to the end?
After I opened the box, things went quiet. Until last week, that is. Those furry bastards know I'm on to them. They're trying to throw me off the trail, but I'm smarter than that. What do you see right behind me?
A huge waste of taxpayers' money and my time?
Look at that ugly bastard on the right. To the untrained eye, it looks like an ordinary chipmunk, but it's not. That's Euonymus sibiricus, which is definitely not a North American species. And you know who he was? Mick Furry! Or should I say, Miss Chiboroskovich? And what do you think our comrade here was doing? Looking at the bank suspiciously!
Amos, I do not know if you are insane or merely a comedic genius. Either way, abandon this cockamamie Soviet chipmunk theory immediately and go do your job. If there's no evidence, then you have no case, Amos. Stop draining the police budget in pursuit of your imaginary enemies.
I'll stop when their furry butts are behind bars. You're gonna feel real silly when I'm proven right, Eliza.
I am not too concerned about that happening.
Genau das wird passieren. Ich glaube, das ist der Plot-Twist am Ende.
Give me one good reason not to reduce your budget next fiscal year.
One reason? Heck, I'll give you 3. The Chupavacas, the avian espionage, and the Sasquatch.
What on earth is avian espionage? What? Are all the birds in town secretly operatives for a shadow government or something?
Not all of them, just the pigeons.
Wait, what?
When you walk out of your house, what do you see? A pigeon. When you walk out of your office, when you park your car, yes, it's a pigeon.
Amos, I understand that they made a mess on your new car. But for the love of Ulysses S. Grant's speeding ticket, get over it already. Do you still believe the Chupavacas is real?
Still believe? Still believe? You saw it with your own eyes.
Whatever you think we saw, it was an illusion.
Oh, so now you're going to act like you didn't see Betty ride that thing into the woods?
I think I would remember watching my offspring ride a giant wolf into the woods, Amos.
Oh, I see what's going on here. But you won't be able to cover up Betty's tracks forever. The worst part is that thing's still out there.
Come on, Amos. We talked about this. No more Sasquatch.
There's about to be a huge breakthrough in the case.
Are you sure it was not just some stray camper with an overgrown beard?
No way. They found footprints that definitely belong to a teenage Bigfoot. Right here, by Crystalline Lake.
So, big footprints, but smaller.
Exactly! Isn't that exciting?
Amos, you gullible fool. Those were just regular human footprints.
Classic Bigfoot denial tactic. I won't fall for your government cover-up.
Ah, never mind.
Ooh.
I need you to release a piece of evidence. Hank Huckleberry's guitar.
Sure, let me just gift wrap that for you.
Well, that was easy.
It was a joke, Eliza, a joke. And no, you can't have it. It's been confiscated for a reason.
Fine, Amos. Just know one thing. When this is over, I will have that guitar. Just remember that you had the chance to give it willingly. Amos, I will see you later.
Sure thing. You know where to find me.
Okay. Kan jeg med de sagen was on
I cannot share this information with anyone lacking the appropriate Amos already has a salary. What more do you want me to give him? Unless it involves me or my career, no need to get involved with an ongoing investigation.
Okay.
No chance I am drinking any of that.
You don't like water? Ah, water!
Uh-huh.
Why take anything from the medkit when you have top-notch insurance? If I get so much as a blister, a chopper descends to take me to the nearest hospital.
Ich glaube, er macht Pause.
Oh, let him sleep. Amos is probably running him ragged, hunting cryptids or something equally not worth thinking about. Deputy McCord, our newest recruit. I do not pay him to sleep. Well, I do not pay him at all, but he enjoys all the benefits of prison life with no incarceration. One cannot scoff at 3 meals a day and a roof overhead, correct?
Und dafür muss er arbeiten auch noch. Ist das nicht schön? Und wie komme ich zu den konfiszierten Sachen? Ein smoothen Schritt auf die Dame.
He died without ever acknowledging you as his son, yet you have followed in his footsteps.
He was my father.
Are you sure your mother was correct about your, lineage?
She wouldn't lie about something like that.
And Mr. Coltrane, who raised you and gave you his name, he never said anything either?
No. For some reason, my stepdad didn't talk to me about all my mom's ex-boyfriends. Where's all this coming from, anyway?
Nothing. I just find it surprising how devoted you are to the memory of a man who rejected you. The looks you give Sheriff Garrett's statue. Well, I never even saw you look at Gloria that way.
That statue represents why I fight for this town. And mark my words, Eliza, you may think I'm exaggerating the chipmunk problem, but I have the feeling those furry bastards are gonna be my William Bonney.
This town is too peaceful for all your vigilance, Amos. And honestly, how much damage can chipmunks do?
We'll see about that.
Okay. Die ist auch noch immer nicht zurück.
There must be a way we can use Amos's fondness for Sheriff Pat to lure him outside the police station. If Garrett's statue were to disappear, it would undoubtedly get Amos's attention. Unfortunately for you, I am not Houdini. yes. I will drive this up to Michael's diner and bring the place down. Patience, Eliza, patience. Just a few more weeks, and the demolition team will let me push that button. If we are going to steal, we should Nothing I can do for Christine right now. But worry not. She is always there when I need her.
Ja, die kann man nirgendwo anders hin. Okay, es hat mit der Statue was zu tun.
If I am not broadcasting one of my speeches, there is nothing worth listening to. Rattling the shutters is very noisy. I would rather let Lorraine sleep. I already purchased my groceries this week,
Aber schön,
and I
dass ihr das alles
stocked
da
up on
draußen
my
lasst.
offspring's favorite.
Spannend.
Is Amos gonna give my guitar back?
Highly unlikely.
Oh, one fewer vote for Barrett. Look at that. Did you want something?
I will be on my way now.
Have a good night.
Okay. Dann haben wir das. Ja, Freunde. Ich mache hier mal Schluss. Es ist sehr früh, ich bin aus der Arbeit gehabt, bin sehr müde. Wir werden jetzt hinlegen. Eine Runde schlafen. Ich wollte nur noch eine Folge machen, damit noch eine da ist. Und dann können wir dann, ja, in aller Ruhe gehen wir das noch alles durch. Dann werden wir das Ganze irgendwie schon hinkriegen. Wahrscheinlich ist dann ich verantwortlich, dass die Statue kaputt gegangen ist. Kann das sein? Ja, bin gespannt. Auf jeden Fall sage ich danke fürs Zusehen. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Tschüss.